Alright, this is Pace, Commander of March Tournament Round 4, Colon versus Martenus on a very, very primarily water planet. I don't think there's many people play on water planets with great regularity, so this should be an interesting match. Martenus has got his 3 metal extractors. Cola's working on number 2 for some reason. Martenus opting to go Naval Factory first. Cola going Air Factory first. Martenus has got his Naval Fabric going. And a Naval Scout, which we hardly ever see in games. Cola's got his first Air Fabric out. And looks like he's going to go Fighters. You can see how close. Not super close, but the direction that Martenus has decided to go is the long way to find Cola. Martenus getting an Air Factory down. Cola just staying with his single Air Factory for now. Decided to get his. Oh, looks like Cola is about to scout out Martenus. Yep, so he has seen Martenus's pretty much his entire base. The only thing he missed was this metal extractor over here. And looks like Martenus is getting close to scouting out Cola. His little scout ship is. That was weird. This little scout ship is coming down closer. Man, that thing's got some vision range. Wow. Yeah, he can already see the metal extractors from Cola. And here comes the Air Scout. Or Air Fighter, rather, I'm sorry. It dies before it can really scout out much, but it looks like the ship is going to get full vision on everything. Looks like Cola has built a naval factory of his own. Let's see if Martenus has seen it. Martenus hasn't seen the naval factory yet, but he's got to assume there's going to be one. Cola's got his fabricators building extractors. He's going for a second naval factory. It's checking with Martenus. Martenus has his second naval factory going up, and he's also got an advanced naval factory going up. Martenus sending in some fighters to harass down the air fibers of Colon, which is a good idea. On a naval map, you have to assume that your opponent is going to build air fabbers. That's a good way of harassing them down, just sending in some fighters. We got some scout-on-scout ship warfare going. Martenus managed to push out Colacolin's ship fabber, stopping him from building the metal extractor down here. Looks like Martenus is going to send some more fighters to harass more. Air fabbers are very vulnerable because you can take them out with fighters, and fighters are very fast and maneuverable. You can get them across the planet pretty quickly. So it looks like Cola is going to stick with the naval fabbers for now. They're not as easily harassed because it takes a while for ships to get there. You can harass them with bombers, but if you get some anti-air turrets up or some good fighter swarms up, that protects them pretty well. See, Martenus has a little bit of a unit advantage. Looks like Cola is going to be sending out his own little form of harassment. Although Martenus already has anti-air ships down, so they'll be protecting the main area of his base. Got an advanced air factory going down from Martenus. Yep, and Cola sees the anti-air ships and backs off. Cola's got a good number of factories going. He hasn't opted to go for Tech 2 yet. Some more fighter harassment for Martenus. Same from Cola. They're both looking for easy things to pick off. Cola doesn't have very many air fabbers. They're mostly concentrated right here. So there's not going to be like easy pickings for these fighter swarms from Cola. Looks like Cola has changed his tactic as well. He doesn't have very many air fabbers either, and they're also clustered kind of in the middle of his base. I think he's just got the one. Oh, maybe two. Now one. Oh, there we go. Cola's got an advanced air factory going. Martin is harassing with bombers. Managed to do some damage. Looks like Cola's going to start harassing. Unfortunately, the ships seem to be missing the fabber. That's terribly unfortunate. They finally got him down. Tech 2 Naval Factory going up for Kola. And Martenus already has some Tech 2 ships on the way. Now this Stingray is, I mean, we don't see naval ships very often, so people may not realize this, but this missile ship is very, very dangerous. It's basically got an onboard tactical missile launcher, and it's also a very effective anti-air platform. And we got the great big battleship. Yeah. These Tech 2 units by themselves are going to inflict a great amount of pain. Kola doesn't have anything really that outranges him. He doesn't have a good number of bombers. Ships versus this missile ship do well, but that's what the battleship's for. Now that the missile ship is out of the picture, bombers could be very effective against this battleship here. Martenus has a good group of Tech 2 bombers escorted by Tech 2 fighters. They'll be able to inflict a pretty serious amount of damage. Kola was able to take them out before they really destroyed anything. Martenus has another missile boat coming. And he also very wisely parked his fighters over his battleship to protect them from bombers. And Kola is lamenting the fact that he doesn't play naval very often. Like I said, naval maps don't see much use. So this is definitely going to put each of these players in situations they're not really used to. Martenus stalling really hard on his metal. Martenus is slowly creeping up with this battleship. It's got a good amount of anti-air coverage for it. Kola's got his own missile ship out. Okay, that's good. Kola's going to be able to take out this missile ship. The missile ship, if it can get a good shot in from long range, could take out this destroyer. Oh, but not before the Tech 2 air factory goes down. That hurts. Martenus brings up some more Tech 2 ships. Starts peppering Kola's naval fleet. Let's see what he's up to back here. He's getting Tech 2 economy. He's building another advanced naval factory further forward. He hasn't expanded too terribly far. And I haven't seen anybody opt to build any sort of anti-naval defenses yet, which are very effective against naval. The torpedo launchers have a very long firing range, like longer than point defense range. So they are incredibly effective at defending areas from naval ships. So Martenus stalling his metal economy very, very hard. Kola having the complete opposite problem. He is wasting quite a bit. Probably because he lost his Tech 2 factory and it's not using up his metal anymore. He's putting down another basic naval factory. Martenus getting advanced naval factory number 3 built. So he's just going to take this and just snowball it. It's actually quite interesting. Kola's got the eco advantage. I mean, a pretty significant eco advantage, but he just can't seem to get his unit count up to do anything. And Martenus is starting to close that gap. Kola finally getting his Tech 2 air factory back up. And he's attacking a battleship with scouts. A very interesting, unconventional tactic. And Martenus not bothering really to scout out all of Kola's metal, just choosing to face him head on, deciding to basically condense his economy around here. I mean, Kola's got the economy that if he can get a factory count up and get his unit count up, he has a chance of turning this around. But he can't. If he's going to do it, he needs to not let Martenus do what he's doing over here. That nuke launcher looks like it was abandoned. I don't know if it's going to get started up again or not. Martenus getting his Tech 2 metal extractors down. He's finally taking the metal income lead. I don't see any Tech 2 metal extractors from Kola yet. But he's wasting so much metal now that building Tech 2 metal extractors would be pointless. Looks like Martenus has stabilized his economy now. Kola sends in a scout, I guess to harass. Looks like he's finally about to get his Tech 2 air back. That's going to be really, really important. All right. Little Tech 2 air fleet going. Looks like Kola's going to be able to defend his Tech 2 naval factory. That's very, very good. That could have, that would have seriously hurt if he'd lost that. But looks like Kola's advantage that he had at one point is quickly fading away. Yep. Martenus has decided to build the nuke. And he's got quite a few fibers assisting that nuke being built. We'll see if he can get that built before the game's over. Looks like Kola has managed to get the unit count, or the unit count advantage. Not the metal advantage, but the count advantage, which is interesting. Keep an eye on that nuke launcher. See when it's finally ready, if it gets ready before this game's over. Yeah, a cursory glance looks like Kola may have just barely the naval advantage, but it looks kind of even. Kola's finally got his Tech 2 factory going. He's finally stabilized where he's not wasting like huge amounts of metal, and he's getting a Tech 2 power plant down to stabilize his energy income. But I'm fairly certain like Kola has. Okay. Maybe Kola might have a clue that that nuke launcher is coming, but I doubt it. Kola's his economy's flip-flopping all over the place. Finally getting close to stabilizing on power, although why he's building 2 advanced power plants at the same time, I have no idea. I think Martenus has just decided to hold off until he can get this nuke built, and then once the nuke goes off, that's when he'll push in. He's attacking with scouts again. Those will be quickly dispatched by Tech 2 fighters. Yeah, they don't really stand much of a chance. Wait, how did that... Oh, okay. Okay. Kola's missile boat taking out a Tech 2 naval factory. Looks like Martenus is scouting with his Tech 2 fighters, trying to find a good location to nuke, because the nuke is ready. And the nuke is launched. And I'm not entirely sure what the heck just happened there. It like went through the planet. Okay, yeah, that was interesting. I don't think that's what Martenus was going for. Looks like just some more scouting and harassment for Martenus. Yeah, Naval definitely still has some issues that need to be resolved. Well, I don't know what it is this game. I don't know why they enjoy scout fights so much, but they do. You know, if this nuke doesn't work, Martenus is going to have to try to find a plan B, and it looks like it's not going to work. I don't even know where that landed or if it did any damage. Yeah, Martinus is going to have to find a another way of winning this game then, I guess. I think he was really counting on that nuke because he's got Cola just pounding the heck out of the back of his base. He's got another advanced naval factory going on back here. Martinus giving it another try with the nuke. And once again, it fails to hit anything. Through no fault of his own. Martinus offering a tie. You know, by all rights, he should have won. That nuke would have been extremely detrimental, but after the first fluke, Martinus really should have changed his method of attack. No, there's no anti-nuke in the game. Martin is trying with the nuke again, and it's gonna fail again. Actually, I don't know what it did this time. It just seems like it's stuck. There's not enough time for a rematch. There's a 40-minute time limit per round. I believe it's 40 minutes, and this game's already gone almost a half hour. And I'll definitely bring it up to the tournament director, though. Because by rights, that nuke, if it had landed, would have ending Cola's game pretty effectively. Terrible, terrible luck for Martinus, though. That one's going through also. Alright, this will be the last push. Looks like Cola is going to get the victory, but we'll see what the tournament director says. Well, nukes aren't broken per se. I mean, they're broken on this planet, but I've seen them used effectively in the previous matches. Yeah, it doesn't look like... I'm not even sure they're going to be able to... Cola opting to build an anti-nuke, even though the nukes can't land. Yeah, I don't know why the nukes are broken on water planets. Yeah, I don't know about the nukes. I know there were some weapon code changes, so we're gonna have to figure out what happened. Well, that was round 4 of the Pace Commander of March tournament, Cola Cullen versus Martenus. And according to the scoreboard, Cola gets the win, but we'll see what the tournament directors decide to do about this match, for who will actually get the win credit, or if it'll be called a tie. So, I will be back for round 5.